Good morning, good morning. Hey, today we are gonna be heading out to Chestermere, Alberta, which is just east of the city, and we're gonna show you today the pros and cons of why maybe you should be living in Chestermere. So let's jump in the car and let's head out there. So now we're here in Chestermere and we've invited Simi Ajla to join us on this wonderful video today. Welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And Simi actually lives in Chestermere.
That's right.
She is an agent on our team. So Simi, let's talk about some pros and cons of Chestermere.
Yeah.
And why don't you start off with the first pro that we want to go through today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's no secret, Chestermere is known to be very family oriented.
Yeah.
The population is just over 22,000, so it's known to be a pretty tight-knit community.
Yeah.
Those that come here, whether they choose to relocate or they're even just moving up, perhaps moving from outside of Calgary, will find that there's generally a really good sense of community here. It's very easy to build good connections.
Totally. The first con that we have is post-secondary school.
Yes.
So Chestermere has a lack of literally post-secondary schools because there aren't any. So it's hard to have a lack of something when there aren't any. It's very easy actually. And with that, we were talking before, there's only one high school here in Chestermere. And if you are wanting to go to post-secondary school or someone that is in your household is wanting to go, then from there, you're gonna have to be driving into the city. And you're gonna be driving anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes to get to the U of C, Mount Royal, or SAIT.
That's right, yeah, those are the three main ones we have.
So our second pro of living in Chestermere is actually your money can stretch a little bit further for the same price point, right?
That's right.
So if we took that same price point of $600,000 to $700,000 and you're gonna buy a detached home, whether it's in Calgary or in Chestermere, you can actually get an 1,800 square foot home in Calgary and a 2,100 square foot home in Chestermere, which I thought was very interesting when we pulled the numbers.
I know, that definitely was a stat that stood out to me as well, because I think a common misconception, people believe it might be a little bit more expensive to live here.
Yeah.
So I think taking a seat down and actually looking at the numbers, looking at the evidence, was quite inspiring to see.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And for you that lives here, it's good too.
Yeah, that's right.
And for townhomes, if you spend them in the mid 300s, you can actually get about roughly 100 square feet more in your townhome in Chestermere than you can in Calgary. Now, on the flip side, this is kind of the confusing part, because overall, Chestermere is more expensive than Calgary when you start actually comparing benchmark prices.
Fair.
So if you take all the residential properties, everything involved in the number and in the city, $621,000 is the benchmark price in Chestermere, and $527,000 is in Calgary. And if you just want to focus on detached homes, that is actually $694,000 in Chestermere and $628,000 in Calgary. But I actually have a feeling that has a lot to do with some of the new builds.
You got it.
And a lot of the higher end homes that are happening in Chestermere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So Waterford is one of the newer areas that's up and coming right now.
Yep.
Dawson Landing as well. They do have a little bit larger lots, and they do back onto ponds, green paths and all of that. And I do find that that generally brings the property value up in those communities for that reason. But yeah, no, there's lots of new development up and coming here.
Yeah, and if you want to be on the lake right here, you're gonna be easily spending over $1 million. So just keep that in mind. If you are planning on making a move in the coming months or even the next year, planning it out is really, really important. On our team, we have been helping families transition, like over 430 families we've helped move this year alone so far in 2022. So let us use our experience, our knowledge, our team, and our expertise to help market your home, find the next home, and do it all in such a great way that you're gonna be so proud that you worked with us, because we take it so seriously and we wanna work with you and prove you right that you chose us and we are the right people for the job. So let's chat. info@chamberlaingroup.ca and we'll help you figure that out. So we have a little bit of a secret pro. There's more pros to cons in Chestermere. We don't want to tell everybody that, but the reality is we got a secret insider one.
That's
so
right, yeah.
What is your secret insider pro that you want to talk about?
So Chestermere is known to be extremely festive, and they celebrate almost anything. An example of that is when the Flames were in the playoffs this year. There was various watching parties throughout the city actually, and people were getting together. There were screens playing the games, and the community really came together during that time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, another one, a personal favorite that I did come out to was the Canada Day celebration. So right here, Jared, where we are right now, there was a massive Canada Day celebration. They had live music, there was food trucks. They had beer tents right here, actually, in this spot. And yeah, people just came together. They had activities for the family and fireworks afterwards as well.
Over the water?
That's right.
Oh man, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
I don't think it does.
So the third pro that we have is everything is really close by. So in here, this is Chestermere Station, and this has been typically known as kind of the main shopping hub of Chestermere for decades, I would say. And everyone kind of got their stuff done there. But kind of that con is that not everything was super, super close by. So if you need those big box, Costco, Walmart, those kind of things, they never were that close. But in recent years, over by Belvedere, the new community east of Stony Trail on 17th Ave, there's everything there.
Yeah.
You just said you spend pretty much your whole time there.
I definitely am there.
That and boating, right?
Twice a week.
And boating.
I wish, yes. But yeah, East Hills Crossing, I would say, definitely has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so tied with that, now that you've lived here, what is your local insider perspective on local businesses here? And this is kind of a con, I would say.
Yeah, I would say, you know, though the shopping districts have really expanded, a con is that there aren't a lot of those big box retailers. So if you're looking for a shopping mall or outlet shopping, anything like that, you're not going to find that here. And even in my own experience living here, there's a lack of yoga studios, spin studios, things like that that you would have no problem or very easy access to in Calgary. There is a little bit of a lack of that here.
So some might say that living in an area like this would cost more, and you might be right, but for property tax purposes, your property taxes are actually exactly the same. I mean, very marginally, within maybe $20 difference more in Chestermere than it is in Calgary, which I found was really, really surprising. Given that a place like Okotoks can easily be $600 more.
I know.
On some rough numbers there, right?
Substantial.
So that is a big pro in living out here, is your taxes are not that much more than Calgary. And a con?
A con, so unlike Calgary, there is no C train station that's gonna take you in and out of Chestermere, okay? So with that being said, no C train stations, no fast transportation or any method such as that is here. And same with the bus routes, there's very limited routes actually available in Chestermere. So you almost always need a car if you're trying to get in and out of the city.
But they did come up with that new bus line, didn't they call it?
Max Pro.
Max Pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. So that line is now running, and there are a few access points throughout the city where you can go and take that very quick commute into the city. But that's pretty recent actually. It hasn't been around for that long. And our final pro is that there are numerous walking paths throughout Chestermere. It's no secret that the Chestermere Lake is definitely at the heart of our city, but the Western Headworks Canal Pathway is a very popular local hangout. It does expand over 25 kilometers and it does connect Chestermere to Calgary. Now, if you just want to go for a quick jog or if you want to take your bike down, it's very quiet and very peaceful over on that side.
And even just this pathway here. Like us shooting here, we've had to stop a lot because there's so many people walking here on a, Tuesday morning. And so the last con that we have is actually that there is no hospital here in Chestermere directly. There is a health center locally, but if you want to get to a hospital, you're gonna have to take a 20-minute drive to head into the northeast part of Calgary where Peter Lougheed is, and that is going to be your closest hospital. Now, if you have enjoyed this video and this is something that you think is great, you may really enjoy this video over here. Head over here, check out Okotoks, because this could be another community that you may love. And we will see you on that video.